Hi, my name's Rathin from Australia. I ran this race 4 times between 2003 and 2006.
And how did you get into doing this race? What's the story?
Well, the founder of the race, Sri Chinmoy, wanted more runners in the race, so he suddenly decided to make it much easier to apply. And so I decided to apply, and against my actual expectations, I was accepted. So I suddenly became a 3,100-mile race runner.
And how much time did you have to prepare for your first 3,100?
2 weeks.
And what was the furthest you had run before that?
I'd run 24-hour races. I'd done over 150 Ks in 24 hours. So I had a little experience, but no multi-day experience.
It's still a big step into the unknown, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I could see 3 days ahead. I thought I could survive 3 days. Then I was just blank. I didn't know what would happen.
So how did you go about entering such a huge challenge of running 3,000? How did you approach the race?
With fear and trepidation. I just went into it totally stunned and with fear and dread, I've got to say. And just somehow survived. And I've got to say, as soon as the race started, all my fear went away, because what can you do besides run? You just you're in it now, and you just got to do your best. And I made 60 miles the first day, and then 50 miles the next couple of days. Then I experienced my first multi-day injuries, and went through a lot of experiences.
And what did you get from running those 4 races? What did you learn, or how did you?
That's hard to say.
You kept coming back for more, though.
Yeah, it's funny. You get into this. You get into the swing of it. You become friends with all the other runners. You're part of this. It's kind of like you're on a quest. It's like Lord of the Rings. You're with the Fellowship, and you got to keep going.
And what was it like when Sri Chinmoy came to the course?
Well, that was always a highlight of the day. The first year he'd drive around, and there's fewer runners, and Sri Chinmoy would stop and meditate on each runner, and you stand there for 30 seconds or a minute and just try to absorb some inner peace and understanding. And after that, he'd come and bring prasad. In the following races, when there's more runners, you get prasad sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, and you could say we were spoiled in a way.
And did Sri Chinmoy ever give the runners any particular advice? Do you remember getting any suggestions on how to approach the race?
Not exactly. I mean, I was told there was a minimum. You had to do 50 miles a day to stay in the race. So, to be honest, the first race, I was just walking around waiting to be told it was time to leave. And then Sri Chinmoy sent the message saying, tell me he has to do 40 miles a day. And I thought, well, I can do that. I can do 40. So after that, I alternated between 40 and 50 until I built up some strength, and actually had my first 70-mile day after that.
So you got actually faster as the race went on?
Yeah, I built up some strength and got over some injuries, and built up to a peak, 70 miles, and then a couple of 60-mile days. And then I got a pretty bad foot injury, and I was walking in after that.
What was your best race?
2004. I never quite managed 52 days, but when Shuprabha was running, she was the only woman for years, and so it was understood that she'd have as long as she wanted to finish the race. And as long as you were just ahead of her, you had a chance to complete the distance. So my best time was 54 days and 12 hours, something like that.
And this year you're back helping your friend Grahak, also from Australia. What's that like?
It's interesting being on the other side. He's not super demanding, so he's fairly easygoing. Just got to, provide him some moral support and make sure the van's ready for when he wants to have his breaks, and make him a cup of tea now and then.
And what's the atmosphere of a race like? I mean, you've been here for quite a few weeks now, have you?
Yeah, it's an interesting little community. It definitely picked up when all the visitors arrived in the last couple of days, and everyone came to Andrea's finish this morning. It's hard to describe. It's a good positive energy.
Yeah.
Even if that sounds like a bit of a cliche,
you have to really be here to feel it, don't you? It's
Yeah,
a
yes.
lot of interesting characters and a lot of inspiration.
I like heading out on the course, mainly up this way towards Thomas Edison School, and getting a feel again for what it's like to be in the race. But sometimes you get there's this real sense of freedom just being out there running, strangely enough.
Yeah. Great. Anything else you want to add? Any memories from the race? Any highlights that you can think of?
I remember being really happy to finish. But it's funny, the downtime isn't quite what you think. Your body's so hyped up. It takes a while to, you've got to decompress. It takes the body a while to realize, okay, I can actually relax now.
Great. Well, thanks so much.
Oh, well, thank you.